horrid Polin Frono's photo.com, and I pointed too soon. I shouldn't have pointed so soon. Anyway, this is the second video today I am making and putting out into the world after the sixth day of our photo shoot for the Frono's Photo Guide to DSLR Video. Anyway, this is a rapid-fire website critique, and it's sponsored by Squarespace. More on that later, but anyway, check out squarespace.com/fro. Use code FROTUBE to get 10% off your first order. I suggest picking it up for a year because you'll get 10% off the year, and I believe it's $86 for that. Anyway, we've got Stephen Miller's website here. I need you guys to bear with me on this because this is, okay, one of the worst websites I've ever seen built. Now, bear with me and don't jump down my throat until you finish watching this video and I explain the rest. I believe he used a free website builder that GoDaddy gives you. Regardless of whatever website you use, whether it's free from WordPress or Wix or somebody else, or you decide you want to pick up Squarespace, anything is going to be better than this website builder that they give you. This almost looks like GeoCities back in 1995 when you could start your own GeoCities webpage. Now, I am not yelling at Stephen Miller at all because maybe he can't afford to have a Squarespace or something like that. And you know what? I'll just tell you right now, I like Stephen's work. Stephen has been a very big help to submitting questions into Raw Talk, and I'm going to buy him a year of Squarespace myself because his photos deserve it. He deserves it for being a part of the community and the show. That I am going to get him a free year of Squarespace, which I am paying for. I'm not even going to let them give it to me, so that he can get his nice work onto a better website so it helps his work turn into something else and sell more. Anyway, we'll look at the layout. The layout's, well, I guess, horrible. The concept is fine. Everything that should be here is kind of here. You've got your stuff on the side, the About Me page, the portfolio, the blog, the services, contacts, and I'll click on this soon. It even has the social buttons, which is smart. But the website is just terrible. The designing software is terrible. And working with what he had, I guess he did an okay job. But that's why I'm giving him that Squarespace so that he can make it better. The photos are fine. The photos are, in fact, very, very good. His photos need to be showcased better. This works. This gets the job done, but I would not want to show this to a client because if I am going on a website looking for a photographer and I saw this, I would think I was back in the 90s, and it just doesn't work. So in this case, I would be more happy seeing somebody's Facebook page or just something else. So the photos are good. Don't get me wrong on that. What's this say? Recent photos. I like the fact that he wants to show you some of his recent work. That's good. But this whole scrolly McScroller thing down here from Facebook, it just doesn't work. Not in this situation. So we're going to move past that type of information. I like to see what he has here. I didn't read this, but I strive to meet customers high budget every opportunity that I am blessed with. All right, I'm not going to read any more about that. So is that his address? Okay, no, that's who he's working for. Like the official Facebook page for my updates, new photos posted, contest giveaways. Thank you so much for your time and support. That's fine. You can ask people to like your page. That's good. But if they're here, again, based off the way it looks, I have to stop saying that. So we come on to portfolio. You've got portraiture, cycle through there. Okay, I'm going to critique this photo. You got to get away. Either fill the whole background with this whole shrub or this whole bush, which is a very nice bush, or pull her away. You have to. Is that a pole or is that the next photo? I can't tell if that's a pole. If that's a pole, this photo's got to go. This photo's got to go for those reasons. This pole's in the way. Stop switching on me. And just standing in front of this background, it doesn't work. It's just everything's in focus. It's very, very distracting. Moving forward, it's just small images. We can't really load them. All right, so we've got that portfolio. Then we've got product and business. I like this much better than the portraits. These are much cleaner. They look good. They get the job done. That looks good as well. Scrolling here and seeing landscapes, that's fine if you're going to have multiple portfolios, but I would like to see you start your Squarespace, get them off to the side here just so that it's much, much cleaner. All right, this isn't bad. You have your services. You offer it here. Give a review. I'm not a big fan of Yelp as a reviewing place because people can just leave terrible negative reviews just to do it. I mean, that's the problem with these reviews. You can't really go by them. Because some are over the top so amazing and some are over the top so terrible that you sit there and you go, well, I don't know what is what. So if I'm going to look at this, if this was a postcard that I received, there is way too much information on here. I want to focus on the photos that I'm offering, and I want to get people to an offer. There's just way too much to read here. Email this. All right, here's another thing. All right, email. That's fine. You can put your email in here. I get it. All right, I guess I'm doubling down and just telling you all of this stuff because that's what this critique is about. I'm pointing out the things I don't like. First off, Gmail's fine to use, but maybe it's starting to become the AOL of its time, just in terms of at a web address. Then underneath, you put your website. That is way too long for a website name, and I guess it's better. I'd rather have Gmail at the end of it than to have this at the end of it. And then posting your Facebook thing here, absolutely not. Do you want people on your Facebook or do you want them on your website? If you want them on your Facebook, you send them there. If you want them on your website, hold on. I got to pause this, and then I will be right back. All right, where was I before I had to pause and answer the door? I was probably ripping on the fact that it has the Facebook here as well. Have one thing. You have your website, have your email address. Don't have your website and also this Facebook thing, because where do you want them to be? Either send them to Facebook or keep them on your website. Your website will tell them where you want to be. So, celebrating the arrival of 2014, I'm offering a photo shoot special. 1 hour of shooting, all pictures edited with Dropbox folder or DVD of files. 4 8x10s and 3. That's a lot of stuff for $125. But I hope you sold them. I hope you got a lot out. But this is a lot of stuff. Family, individual portraits, senior prom portraits, engagement, weddings, maternity, newborn, modeling, real estate, landscapes, equine sales and events, product stock photography, corporate photography, event photography. You're a photographer. So you probably should not list everything that you do because you're a photographer. People, make them come to you. And if this is what you're going to show on an ad, and these are the two photos, well, I don't see you being an equestrian photographer. These aren't horses. These are kids. This isn't a landscape. This isn't a maternity or a newborn. I mean, I guess it could be close to a newborn, but they're a little older. So you hear what I'm saying, guys? You're a photographer. Pinpoint a couple of things you do. You do portraits. You do, portraits, weddings, events. List 3 things that you think you do, and more. Put the and more. Make people think that you do more, and then they can contact you and go, hey, do you do this? Do you do that? That's important. Let's see what this blog looks like. Yep. If you're going to have a blog, make sure it's populated and updated often so people can find it and actually come back for more. Contact. All right. We have a contact form. That works. We can handle that. We can handle a contact form. That's a good thing. FAQs. How long will it take for me to get my photos? How will I mean, do people really... a payment is due at the end of the photo shoot. Payment is accepted in cash or credit card via Square. Square requires a 3% additional tax charge. Well, no, it doesn't. Square, you pay... First off, it's the cost of doing business. If you're going to accept credit cards, that's the cost of doing business. You get your money if they don't have cash. You can charge a little more if you want. Just build it into the cost because it's one of those things about added value. So I'm going to add 3% to your fee because I'm taking your credit card. But this is how people pay today. If you give them their option, then don't pass along. Square requires a 3% additional tax charge. First off, it's worded wrong. You should just be like, an extra charge of 3% will be added to all credit card sales. Or you could say a discount for cash is also available. Take 3% off for cash, charge 3% more for taking a credit card. But don't pass that along. I mean, the credit card thing, just accept the credit cards. You're getting your money. That is really a good thing. So if I was to read this, I'd be like, screw you. I don't get charged for giving you a credit card, so just eat that, man. That's what I have to say about that. About me, we were there, services, contact, prints. I didn't click on prints yet. Don't list your packages on your website. Do not do not list your pricing on your website. This is something that I, in my opinion, I feel that I want to get people to either call me or email me and ask questions. And then because I don't know that all my shoots are going to cost the same thing, so I wouldn't list any of this stuff at all. Have a separate sheet that you can send to people when they ask you, well, how much is this? Then you could send them a sheet and say, here's my pricing on prints, but I would not list this stuff on my website. So I think I've done enough damage today during this one. I hope that you people don't take it the wrong way, because if you're not going to be harsh, if I'm not going to call out the things that I think could be better, then nobody's going to get any better. And you don't want a bunch of yes people sitting around going, hey, that photo is amazing. Yes, that's amazing. And yes, when it's the worst piece of junk in the world, and this website is not the worst piece of junk in the world, but it is darn close, and that's why I am personally buying Stephen Miller a full year of Squarespace, the basic package for what's it going to cost me? $86, because he needs it. Not only does he need it, but he's been a part of the website by asking questions on the Raw Talk each week, and I like his stuff. So that's what I'm giving him, especially for sitting here and listening to me rant about his page. I think he's earned it. So if you want to check out Squarespace, go to squarespace.com/fro, and you'll get 10% off your first order. Actually, before you even buy anything, they give you 14 days free. It's a 14-day free trial, no obligation. You don't have to give them any information at all other than, I guess, your name for your website, and that's pretty much it. And then after the 14 days, if you want to keep it, you can get 10% off by using the code FROTUBE at checkout. You can get 10% off your first year. You can get 10% off 1 month. I recommend picking it up for a year, even starting with the basic service. Unless you think you need more than that, then go with the higher-end services. But it's $86 for the entire year. That is an incredible steal of a deal, and that is another rapid-fire critique. You guys can submit your links down below here on YouTube, and that is it. Jared Polin Fro knows. Photo.com. See ya.